Welcome back to the Old School, New School podcast, episode 54. I'm Chester, I'm New School.
That's backwards.
Hey.
I'm Scott and I'm Old School. First, thanks everybody for watching the videos. Had a lot of engagement recently.
Tons of engagement.
Both on YouTube and on TikTok. Yep. Remember to follow us on TikTok, Old School, New School Pod.
Yep.
And hit that, subscribe button here on YouTube. Yep. Appreciate it. On to this week. What are we going to talk about? We skipped a week.
We did skip a week. It's all right.
That's fine. This week, what are we talking about? Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Okay. We are talking about teams that are currently in first place in their divisions.
Yep.
Will they be in first place at the end of the year and win their divisions?
We will see.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
ready.
Let's
get right into it. Okay. First is the Buffalo Bills are 3-0. Their stiffest competition seems to be the New York Jets.
Yes, for sure.
So, what do you think?
I think they will win the division. They've been steamrolling teams. They steamrolled the Dolphins. They steamrolled the Jaguars last night. I know they're both not the best teams right now, but still they looked pretty good.
I think they have the highest score differential.
Yeah, I think they do. And the Jets have looked all right. They haven't looked great.
Yeah, I can't pick the Jets because I picked the Jets not even to make the playoffs. Okay. So yeah. I think
have the Bills winning the division.
I also think it's the Bills' division and they will win it as well. Moving on to the AFC North, Pittsburgh at 3-0 has a 2-game lead on all the other teams. Will Pittsburgh win the division?
Here's what I'm going to say. They will win the division because Baltimore, awful. Bengals, awful. And the Browns lost to the Giants. So they're just they might be the worst team in football right now. So I think the Steelers will win the division.
I think the Ravens come back and win this division. I like Mike Tomlin. I think he's a really good coach, and obviously he's a really good coach.
Yes.
Look what he's dealing with. We find out that Justin Fields, in a good system,
not terrible,
can be a good quarterback. And we've talked about this before. Sometimes it's just a system change.
Yeah, exactly.
Change of scenery.
Right.
I think the Ravens get their act together. I think they were. I think they were like, oh, we have to actually play now. But again, it's scary when you're up 10, 12, 18,
the Cowboys
20-some points, and you're just giving up these leads at the end. That's troublesome. Yeah. But in terms of division, I think they'll win. Moving on to the AFC South. Houston Texans are currently in the lead.
This is an interesting division because I think the Texans were super overrated. Not super overrated.
Okay.
I think they were a little overrated last year.
Coming into this year,
coming into this year.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think Stephon Diggs is a very good receiver, but we've seen with the two teams he's been on, the Bills and the Texans he's on right now, he seems to be a little bit of a troublesome player,
Prima donna?
I guess.
Yeah.
But I do think the Texans will win because all the other teams in this division, the Colts, Jaguars, and the Titans might have the first overall pick in the draft. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, I think they just need to give him up. I mean, he's honestly just living off of face value right now. Yeah. Same with Joe Burrow.
As I said,
the Colts don't look very good. So
as I said in our predictions yesterday, I don't know anybody that's on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know nothing about this team.
Right.
They get no press. I mean, other than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I don't think he's terrible. They're just, as I said, they're just spinning their wheels.
Yeah.
The Colts, Richardson, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
He's played a total of started 7 games. He's got to grow.
Making some dumb decisions.
Will Levis can't get out of his own way. Like
he's such a meme. Have you seen the pictures and stuff?
No.
Okay.
But like he just makes he's Dak Prescott part 2. Like he makes the worst mistake at the worst possible time. So yes, I also think the Texans will win this division kind of by default because
the other
competition
teams are just not good enough.
And they could easily win this division with like 9 wins.
Yeah. I agree.
Might be the case. AFC West. Anybody gonna challenge Kansas City?
No. We're gonna skip past that one. There's no reason to talk about it. Yeah, Raiders lost to the Panthers.
Yeah,
that's what I'll say. It's just like
it's not a good division.
No.
On to the NFC. NFC East. The Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles are both 2-1.
Who do you have?
Who wins this division?
Who do you have? I want to hear you.
I'll go with the Eagles. Okay. I think the Eagles. I think they have some defensive issues.
For sure.
But I think in the long run, they will win the division. Your thoughts?
I will go with Washington because I really like Jaden Daniels and think that he's a great quarterback. And
you think he's great?
I think so far
he's played 3 games.
Yeah, from the 3 games, he's been the best rookie quarterback.
Yeah, but he got trounced by Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but
first game,
first
pro game ever. Yes. You think he's the best rookie quarterback?
So far, he's looked like the best rookie quarterback.
Small sample size.
Yes, very small sample size. But
he looked good last night.
He looked really good last night. Granted, his two wins are against the Giants and the Bengals, who have not looked the greatest. Nope. But again,
wins are wins.
Wins are wins, and he is a rookie quarterback, putting up pretty good numbers. 90% completion last night, which is very good. Very difficult as a quarterback. Jeez. So I'm gonna go with the Washington.
Okay, I said the Eagles. Yeah. Moving on to the NFC North, we've got the Vikings at 3-0. Will they win the division?
No.
Okay.
It's hard to really say against this.
Might be the toughest division in football.
Yeah, I think it has 3 teams that are all fighting for the first place spot, and then the one team that's kind of straggling.
I think they're all going to beat each other up and not get that first place spot.
I just think that the as the Bears as the the one that's in the bottom of the division as of right now, they're not terrible, but in other divisions they might have won, but they're not great right now.
Let's be honest.
They've definitely got some coaching issues.
They should be 1-3. Will Levis.
Oh yeah, because they were up by 17.
Yeah, the Bears are not good. Right now.
I get the Packers winning the division because I'm a Packers fan. I don't think I can say much else.
Wow, Packers! It's gonna be tough. I agree. Everybody's surprised at the Vikings, including us. Nobody was talking about them. Sam Darnold seems to be in a good situation. He's got some great receivers to throw the ball to. Yeah. And their defense is
pretty good.
Looking great against 2 solid teams. They beat 2 really good teams.
Although, granted, are the 49ers very solid because they imploded against the Rams, who don't have anyone starting right now. So.
They are very injured right now. They did get but you still won the game.
Well,
I think too early for me to tell.
Nope, you got to make a decision. You can't do that.
Man, I think the Lions take the division, but I think all 3 teams will get into the playoffs.
That's crazy. It's a lot from the NFC North. Here's what I'll say: I think that the Packers will split with the Vikings in their 2 games and sweep the Lions and the Bears.
Could happen.
All right, on to the next division.
Oh, the NFC South. The Saints are 2-1. With 2 blowouts and a really bad loss.
Yeah. Or more like just a poor game on both sides of the team. Okay. I mean, both teams. I'm going to just go with this.
Tampa's also 2-1.
Okay.
So, will the Saints or Buccaneers win this division?
I have the Saints because the Buccaneers got beat by the Broncos, who didn't look very good. Which is not a good sight. And they put up 7 points. And I mean...
Yeah.
That
wasn't...
Not going to say anything, but
very encouraging.
Yeah, I don't think you can win the division. The Carolina Panthers are the Carolina Panthers, and the Falcons looked like the Falcons against the Chiefs. They had 2 chances and gave up both.
some really bad
play
coaching.
Calling, yeah.
Some really terrible coaching.
2 awful runs.
I think the Saints will win. So this makes our extended family happy. The Saints will win this division,
right.
though.
Yes.
Again, could easily be 9-8.
Yeah, it could be
division because that's a pretty.
Yeah.
It's not looking great. Finally, NFC West. We've got my pick for the winner of this division in the first episode we did this year.
Which
was Seattle Seahawks.
In first place?
They are in first place at 3-0. Everybody else is 1-2. They're 2 games up already.
Right.
What do you think?
Who have they played against though? New England? Beat New England in overtime. Who else did they beat?
They won the games.
You know? Okay,
they won the games. Okay. Like that's all that matters.
All right, that's true. That is true.
I said at the beginning of the season, I think Seattle wins this division.
All right. I'm gonna go with the crazy take. Also, I think the Arizona Cardinals will win
that's
the
what
division.
you said at the beginning of the season.
Yes,
too,
I
right?
did say that.
You like that Kyler Murray Cardinals team.
Yeah, I like more for Marvin Harrison Jr. But I think Kyler Murray's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL.
Wow. The takes are sizzling.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah.
So it's funny. You don't know. I mean, it all depends for the 49ers if they can get healthy.
Right. Yeah. If Christian McCaffrey comes back from his Germany trip to get some cell transplant kind of thing.
Is that where he went?
Yeah, he went to Germany for some people who are really good at cell transplant.
He's out for the first 6 weeks. Is that the rule for IR?
IR is I think so.
For 6 weeks, you gotta.
Which might actually hurt them a lot with their for not getting first seed, because the NFC is not as the AFC has had some pretty, bona fide winners people.
Yes.
The teams that'll really be the first seed. NFC's a little shaky.
NFC's, but there's other teams looking really strong right now.
But
it's early. It's really
early. It's early,
and not even the first month done.
It's been very wacky. The NFL has been these 3 weeks. Usually within the first 2, you understand who's good and who's not. This has been crazy. Didn't think the Saints would score 40 plus points on 2 teams.
Didn't think the Vikings would be 3-0?
Yeah, didn't think the Vikings would be 3-0.
With their schedule?
Didn't think the San Francisco 49ers would be at the bottom of the division. List goes on. Didn't think the Raiders would lose to the Panthers.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right.
That's it, right?
That's it.
We went through it. So now we know everything.
Right.
Now, and you know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come at us in the comments, especially Buffalo Bills fans.
Yes. Said you guys were going to win the division, so shouldn't be any
there you go.
hate.
He'll jump off a car onto a table.
Yeah. In the snow with no shirt on.
Great.
Right, let's go.
That's it. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Peace.